The Uneducated Statements podcast. I'm Andy
With
Abode.
conviction. Why was
This is the Uneducated Statements podcast. I'm Andy
I
Abode.
think he just peaked out on the pico meter.
Okay.
That's not a pico meter.
Well,
Pico
and
meter's
joining me is
a
my
very
co-host
Small. Hey, my name is Mark Joseph.
and our guest.
Special guest. What a treat.
George Delgado.
What a joy.
Yeah, he's not a piece
Have
of
a
shit
friend.
like our first would-be guest, John Ray, who
Yeah,
ended up
that guy can go
leaving.
fuck
He doesn't
himself.
count.
Oh wait, was that the night that we were supposed to come over and I was like, I'm just gonna go home
I think maybe.
after recess?
Yeah, that was that night.
Yeah.
And where we should have went to that better party that you.
Yeah, I know, but that party was wrapping up by the time we got done with
Yeah.
the show. I'm pretty sure everyone was gone or at Pelicans singing karaoke, which would have been kind of miserable.
Mm.
I don't know. At
I
least,
would have sing some karaoke.
well, I mean, at least with that group of people, it would have been.
Do y'all have a karaoke song? Do y'all have a go-to?
Yeah, mine's actually Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne.
I've never done karaoke before.
Really?
Yeah, the only time I've ever wanted to was I found out Applebee's here does karaoke on Tuesdays, and they have Blink-182 on there.
Nice. Yeah, that's where it's at. Just old stuff like that. Let's see. Stacy's Mom is a good one, and then what's the other one that I do?
Careless Whisper.
No.
It's not.
Ooh, Wake Me Up by Evanescence. Wake me up,
That's
wake
a good
me
one.
up.
That's the worst.
Can't wake up.
When you go to a karaoke and like the one like drunk guy and his buddy are like, we're gonna sing a song that's really shouty and we don't have the voices for it.
Oh, I remembered. It's 1985 by Bowling for Soup.
Okay, I think
Bruce
those are
Springsteen, Madonna, Waiting for Nirvana. There was U2 and Blondie, and music still on MTV. Okay, enough of that. George, tell us about yourself. Our audience wants to know.
Actually, this is a perfect time for a segment.
Which-
Is George racist? George,
no, we're not
we're
doing
gonna
that
play a game.
segment, Mark.
It's called
Am I racist?
yeah.
All right. Well, first of all,
Yes.
to clarify, I'm Mexican, but I look Asian, so it's impossible for me to be racist.
You can
Yeah.
hate Asians for.
Also, I can't be
Totally
racist because I
like-
have a black president for a few more months, anyways.
Yeah, and then it's
And then we get a real racist.
Then we can be sexist.
Have you registered to vote yet?
No, not yet. I should though.
I actually did that downtown at Art Gallery last night. There was some old lady who asked me if I wanted to register to vote.
Oh wow.
And she seemed really nice, so I said, yeah,
She's probably just like some insurance scammer and just got your information.
Yeah, she got all of my private information just right there in public.
Your credit card has like racked up charges for like cruise lines and lingerie.
I mean, she only knows my first, middle, and last name and my last four and my pet's name growing up. So, what could she
That's
do with
enough.
that?
Yeah, you can do it. But haven't you ever seen Now You See Me with Michael
I know,
Caine?
yeah.
And
Great movie. Wait. Oh no, I'm thinking of Catch Me If You Can
Yeah.
with
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
American Heartthrob with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So tell us about yourself, George.
George.
Other than that, you're Mexican but look Asian.
I'm a comedian.
Yep.
As
Just like us.
all of us are here in this room right now, excluding the dogs. Actually, they're not even in here.
Yeah. They're wherever.
They're having a writing session right now.
They're having a writing session. They're like ruff 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 ruff. But we can't understand them because we're humans. So, and they have no understanding of what an open mic is. I live here in Corpus. I started comedy 2 years ago. I'm originally from San Antonio / Pleasanton, the worst town in the world.
It's not very pleasant. Huh?
No, it's not. Everybody there is racist.
Yeah, that's like there's this place. So
So you're racist. We did it. We played the game.
Sure. Yep.
Awesome.
All right. So one for racist side.
Wait,
Good.
what were the actual questions for Am I a Racist?
I don't really want to know. I can't believe you asked that question, George.
You want to play? Can we play?
No, maybe later.
Oh, okay,
Maybe later. Yeah, when we're not recording. Yeah, no. There's this this girl I dated in Florida, and she lived in a place near Pensacola called Niceville, and let me tell you, it was a huge shithole. It was terrible. People were like murdering each other left and right. There were car parts and a lot of yards.
Sounds like a cheesy like location for a horror movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does
Niceville.
sound like
Welcome to Niceville.
I like that,
Actually,
yeah.
it sounds like a town that like Scooby Doo and the gang would go visit.
Yeah, or like,
And then you show up and it's all dark and gritty, and there's one guy that still tries to make the town work but he's actually been driving out all the business because he's collecting the gold all for himself.
Yeah, the gold that nobody knows about, or like the secret oil well in a cave, like outside on the outskirts of town.
We could totally write for Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I know.
So easy. I'll voice Scooby. You want to hear my Scooby impression?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that says a lot about our writing prowess or like the really like low level of plot that
Scooby-Doo
has. wait.
Row.
Yeah, wait. No. Let's hear it again.
Okay.
We're done. We got our Scooby voice.
Nope.
I want to be Daphne.
Yeah.
Can I be Daphne?
Row, Reggie. That's I mean, anybody could do Scooby.
I actually read something the other day on the internet that fucked me up, and it was saying like, you know how when Scooby and Shaggy are like running away from the monster, they're always like Shaggy's always keeping pace with Scooby, but a Great Dane can run like 30 miles an hour, which would make like Shaggy the fastest man on earth, like way faster than Usain Bolt.
Yeah,
because Usain Bolt can only run like 22 miles an hour. But Shaggy's keeping pace with this giant Great Dane.
Well, that's what happens.
After smoking all that weed.
Yeah, after smoking all that weed and eating all that food.
Yeah.
So Shaggy could run 30 plus miles an hour on a full stomach.
That's insane.
And high.
And high. Just stoned.
I really want to hang out with Shaggy now.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but the sandwiches that they showed in Scooby-Doo, they
There's a lot of bread. A lot of bread on those.
Well, yeah, but they also looked delicious.
Yeah, they did.
Best looking food ever.
The best looking food. The one thing I always wanted to try that I realized was impossible was whenever Scooby cuts the donut out of the fog.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? You could do that? And then it's like, oh, you can't.
No. It was taking a lot of liberties there. Hanna-Barbera. I think the best episode of Scooby-Doo was definitely when the Globetrotters were on.
Yes.
And then like one of the Globetrotters was like hitting on Velma, which I thought was fucking hilarious.
Hey, little mama.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but and then like Scooby became a Globetrotter. It was just very, very silly.
Can we take a moment real quick? And
Sure.
I just want to smell your microphones. They haven't really been used that much.
They smell
And
great.
It smells like new shoes,
I think a couple
or a new
months from now,
car.
you're not gonna want to smell them
Probably.
because everyone's have spit in them.
It smells like a Best Buy. Or a
It
Guitar
totally
Center.
does.
Can I bother you for Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah, I gotcha. It's
Just say it aloud for everyone to hear.
it's tell my Wi-Fi lover.
Uh-huh. You know what mine is?
What's that?
Well, when I moved into my apartment complex, there's one that said, fuck off, Helen. And so my roommate...
Heaven or Heather?
Helen.
Okay.
And so me and my roommate made ours Jesus Loves You, Helen. So...
Oh, Helen. Oh, okay.
Helen, yeah. Helen Keller. I'm just kidding.
Fuck off, Helen. Let's see. What were we going to talk about today?
I don't know. I feel super shut down. I don't really want to talk anymore because y'all didn't want to play my game that I worked super hard on.
You didn't work really hard on it at all.
Hey, I don't think that's appropriate for, I don't know, children. Is this this appealing to children?
Yeah, I
podcast?
mean, we just talked about Scooby-Doo. Like,
Mhm.
what could be more child-friendly than that?
I'm just a guess. I'm going with the flow.
Mark and I fight a lot on this podcast.
Oh.
Almost exclusively.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we do. Last time we talked about 9/11.
Oh.
We talked about 9/11 for a little too long.
Yeah, let's try and not go back there.
Oh man, I wanted to follow up on Native Americans. I had something I wanted to say.
Okay.
I don't remember,
Okay, good.
but
Um,
I just throwing it out there.
let's see. So Mark and I went out to dinner tonight.
Oh, man. Where'd I go?
We went to
Takaniwa.
Takaniwa.
Oh, Takanawa? Yeah,
Yeah.
right there next to IHOP and
Oh yeah.
other
Olive
businesses.
Garden, yeah.
Other businesses.
other places of interest.
Yeah, no, that place is great. And then there was that guy Jonathan, and while we were eating, we were talking about the podcast, and we were thinking, man, we really want like a good third person, not someone shitty like John Ray who's gonna walk out. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him out. It's fine.
Shit on John Ray podcast.
No, we already had one of
For the
those.
episode.
No, yeah. So, like halfway through the meal, like we texted you, and but we were watching the Olympics while we were doing that.
Oh, okay.
How much have you watched?
I watched the archery. I watched the China versus U.S. U.S. beat them, and then China went against Australia for the bronze. China got the bronze.
In archery?
Yeah, in archery. And then the
So it's
U.S. went against Korea, and Korea won. The
Okay,
gold.
Yeah, South Korea. Yeah.
South
That was
Korea.
the gold.
Yeah, and obviously not North Korea.
Yeah.
Did
There's
you
like-
see the
there's-
French dude break his leg? The gymnast?
I saw a video of it on Facebook. I didn't watch it live. I don't think they showed it live, did they?
BBC, I think, showed it live.
Ooh, man, that was rough. I screamed at my phone and
They were just like, oh, he didn't stick the landing. Oh no. That is
God.
bad.
I was watching the American Men right now before I left. Do that where they run up to that thing and like they use their arm strength and like spin around on the almost looks like a balancing bar. I don't know what the thing.
Oh,
Pommel horse?
the pommel horse or the
Yeah.
balancing beam? The pommel horse.
Pommel
Okay,
horse.
gotcha.
Yeah. Let me tell you, those American guys have really great arms.
Oh yeah.
I was man crush Monday on them.
You okay, Mark?
I'm good.
Yeah, Mark's getting drunk over there.
I'm not getting drunk.
He has a Hooter.
I'm just sucking the marrow out of life.
Yeah.
You know.
He has a Hooters coffee mug full of vodka.
I didn't
'cause
even realize that was a Hooters mug.
You're a maniac.
I'm
Why would you ever do that to yourself?
I'm sad.
Okay. Well, anyways, I watched the opening ceremonies yesterday with some friends, which was very interesting because it started off and it looked like there was just a bunch of Brazilians in a giant stadium waving around a bunch of tinfoil, and then it kind of made me worried about like the threat of an alien invasion, but then I kind of felt better about it because I knew that they were taking the proper precautions. I don't know. It was just very interesting. And then there was something with ships. I don't know. It was weird because it was in a public place and there wasn't any sound associated with it. So it was just the visuals. The visuals were like very jarring and, ephemeral. And there was bright colors and just weird stuff going on. And then there was like somehow a bunch of people connected together to make a praying mantis. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, it's just like, I understand that it's like a beautiful art form, the Olympic opening ceremonies, but I never understand what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. All I saw on Facebook was Beijing was better.
Yeah, in the bird's nest or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I think if I were to go to the Olympics, I would like to go under the Olympic flag and not claim any nationality.
Didn't someone do that this year?
There's people like that every year. I know
Really?
there's some Syrian refugees who were doing it under the
That's
Olympic
very
flag.
cool.
'Cause
I
they're like,
know-
fuck our country.
Fuck our
Like
country.
the people in Hong Kong do that because they don't consider themselves like part of China. Some of them,
Oh, really? Wow.
They're-
That's a really cool statement.
they're a
that
lot more democratic.
An
that's the
uneducated
country.
statement.
Yeah. Thank you, George. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. That's very cool. I like that a lot.
So is the theme of this podcast we just talk about stuff we think we know but we don't back it up with
Right, yeah,
any
the idea-
any
talk
information?
Shit. Yeah.
The idea is we talk about things going on in the world and our lives that we feel like we have a pretty good grasp on, but we we know for certain that we don't 100% know about it.
Oh, okay, for sure. I'll start off with something.
Okay.
In December, when my lease is ending, I'm going back to San Antonio,
Oh shit.
and my plan is to move back to San Antonio and go back to school full time,
Okay.
and live at home rent free so I could save up money.
There you go.
But I know that's the way life works. That's not going to happen that way. And I'm staying hopeful. And I know all my friends are here. And I don't got that many friends in San Antonio. So I'm going to be really lonely and kind of probably hate it. And then I'm going to justify it by like, at least I'm getting my degree, which I'll probably be doing 2 classes because I'm a dumbass.
No, you'll be fine. We got kind of way too. We got kind of way too real right off the bat here. No, that's fine. I mean, no, you'll figure it out, man. It's not gonna be that bad.
What are you gonna study?
I want to get my degree in history and minor in sociology and get my teaching certificate.
There we go.
Because apparently I think I should be around kids.
Yeah. No, I think you'd be a good teacher, man. Like and I wouldn't worry about the friends thing. I mean, it'll be easy to make friends.
You don't need friends, honestly.
Yeah, you also don't need friends. You just gotta love yourself.
You can just listen to our podcast.
Well, that's going to be a problem.
Yay.
Loving myself. Not
Yeah. Just a lot of existential dread going on. What else? Yeah, right now while we're recording this, we have the Magic the Gathering Pro Tour on in the background. It's muted, so you guys don't hear the fantastic commentary. But it's Pro Tour Eldritch Moon. Right now, this is the quarterfinals between Lucas Blohan of the Czech Republic versus Kin Yukihiro of Japan. And let me tell you, Kin Yukihiro is one ugly son of a bitch.
Just because he's Japanese?
No, not because
Just
he's
because he's
Japanese.
Chinese?
No, it's because he has a stupid haircut and yellow teeth. He just
Both of these players right now look like that weird guy at school that always thinks he's part of the group, but like go up to their friends that are girls and just be like, "But where's my hug?"
Yeah, where's my hug? No, I actually,
you know those weirdos.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Do these guys get to shit talk to each other, or do they both? Know
They
each
can,
other?
but it's considered bad taste because sportsmanship is a very important part of Magic the
Japanese is a
Gathering.
very guttural language.
Oh, that too.
Do they even speak English? Could they converse?
Like
I know Lucas Blohan does. I don't know if Ken Yukihira does.
I know I don't care that these guys are doing this for a living because that's super cool. I just wish they didn't look like they played Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why can't just like a normal dude be like, yeah, I play, but it's not like consuming every part of my life or affecting my social status with girls.
The real edge in this game comes from the fact that you get a real edge from looking like an ogre. I can't explain it, but it's just part of the game, man.
Why is there always one dude in every match whose hands look like feet? In this case, it's the Asian dude.
Well, this was the same guy you commented on earlier that you said look his hands look like. Oh no, you were talking about Sam Pardee earlier. Yeah.
Sam Pardee had feet hands.
Feet hands for feet. Nice hands, feet. You didn't catch that. You remember that stupid joke?
I used to want to play Magic the Gathering, but then I was like, I don't got the time.
Yeah.
I want to put in the effort for it.
I thought it was just because like you actually wanted to have friends. I don't know.
Yeah. It would definitely improve my odds.
What else?
Cool. What's with the 2020 at the bottom of the screen?
Life totals. But
guess this is a Magic
let's
Gathering
move on from
podcast
this because
now.
this is probably. Well, actually, no. Actually, our large audience in Japan is probably very interested in how Ken Yukihiro, their countryman, is doing. I don't know if you know this, George, but we have a large following in Japan.
Do we?
They're all
Yeah.
watching like, oh, he is so ugly.
Yeah. Well, that answers the question whether or not Mark is racist because that was a terrible impersonation.
Yeah, that was never.
Was that not? That
was
wasn't me,
never
that
a
was-
question.
That was our actual Japanese homie correspondent dude.
Yeah. So, let's move on.
His name is also Ken.
Well, so what's new with you guys? What's new with you, Mark? Since we last recorded the podcast,
I killed a raccoon.
Oh, really?
Wednesday.
You sick bastard.
I don't know if it died.
Did you skin it and make a hat?
No, I hit it with my car.
Oh,
And like the best case scenario, if I was a little bit more alert, I could have swerved and hit it with the tires to guarantee it like died.
right.
But it like totally just jumped in the middle of my car,
Damn.
and like I just felt it go boom 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 underneath. So
When,
hopefully my catalytic converter's not fucked up.
so, literally the day I got my new car, I was driving, and I don't know if this dog was rabid or what, but I was driving, and I saw it on the side, and it runs, and it just, like, headbutts the, like, front left panel of my car, and it didn't, like, dent my car, but it, like, popped, like, the panel out, like, where it connects to the
that
car.
way it's popped out?
Yeah. And so, like, every time I go out and I see it, I, like, pop it back in, but it keeps popping out. This stupid dog just threw his full body into the side of my car.
He was just suicidal.
I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe he'd been trying like a few open mics a week, but then it wasn't going anywhere, and he realized his girlfriend was in love with him. He's like, you know what? Fuck my life.
You know what? Even if this doesn't work out, I get a good story out of it. I'm gonna go for it.
It's probably it's probably because he didn't wrestle. He didn't know how to handle it. 'Cause, once you wrestle, everything else in life is easy.
Yeah, except for everything else.
Yeah.
So I heard I recently read part of Batman: The Killing Joke,
Okay.
and it came into an animated movie lately.
Yeah, I read part of it myself. I haven't seen the animated movie yet.
And so the Joker's origins are he was a lab assistant,
Right.
and he
Oh.
quit his
Yeah.
job to become a comedian.
Yeah.
And when that didn't work out, he decided to become the Joker, which I don't know what he was expecting. Like, why did he quit his full-time job to do comedy full-time? It's like, dude, don't you know how this works? You got to start doing open mics, a couple of times a week, start getting your material together, put in the time, pay your dues, and maybe eventually you could be a headliner. And then if you get booked enough, then you could quit your job. But don't, like, quit your job, like, full speed, like, I'm going to be a comedian, because you still got bills to pay, buddy.
Well, so okay, the way I read it was the Joker was this regular guy. He had a wife who was pregnant. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, and he had some job that he hated, and then he told his wife when they were living in this shitty apartment about to have this kid. He was like, babe, I gotta follow my dreams, and then he like quits his job, and the wife's like, yeah, we'll support you through anything. First of all, that's the kind of woman I'm looking for, but dumb enough to to support me during something like that.
Yeah.
Just a terrible, terrible decision.
Yeah.
And he fails as a comedian, but then he like signs on to do some like dirty job for some gangsters, right? And he becomes like Red Hood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like the original Red Hood.
Yeah, the original Red Hood, and then he goes to break into this chemical plant, and then some stuff happens, and the gangsters that were like supposed to pay him get killed, but he makes it out alive, but he's exposed to these chemicals, and that's why his skin turns white and his hair turns green, and his lips turn a little crazy red. And then when he gets done with the job, he like somehow makes it out alive and doesn't get arrested, but doesn't get paid and doesn't get the stuff that he was supposed to get. And then as soon as like he's done, he finds out that his wife died.
Jesus.
His pregnant wife died. And then he just like has this mental breakdown and starts laughing, and then that's when he becomes the Joker.
Yeah.
Like that's what I know. I'm really excited to watch the animated version though.
Yeah.
Just because that's such a happy story. It really, like, something.
Speaking of Joker, I just saw Suicide Squad on Thursday.
How was?
Oh,
did you
is
like
it?
it?
Is it out already?
Yeah, it's out.
I didn't think it came out for like another month or so.
No, it came out on Thursday. My friend had a free ticket. I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 5.
Okay, 6 out of 5.
Yeah, 6 out of 5. 6 out of 10. Sorry.
I was gonna say, wow, that's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Conservatively, 6 out of 5. No.
Well, the way I see
Off
it,
the charts.
it's the exact same thing happened with BVS. Is that there were some pacing issues in the beginning.
Oh, like it went really fast. and
Yeah,
it was
like it was kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Hello.
Oh, hi
Hi.
Fernanda. Hi Dewak. Yeah, I know.
He's
it
a
was
piece of shit.
Ben. I mean Andy. Wow,
Hi.
we gotta edit that out.
George.
Uh,
Nice to meet you. Fernanda.
Yeah.
Fernanda. Wait, what? F. Fernanda.
Yeah. Sorry about this morning. I stayed up way too late watching this, and
You were an embarrassment.
People just walked in.
I think I went to sleep at like 5:30 last night or something. Yeah, I definitely passed out on the couch and. Cool. All right. Cool. All right.
I think this is a good time for me to show y'all the trailer for Skylark.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you know
Question.
Sarah Plain and Tall?
Who?
The movie / book Sarah Plain and Tall.
No. Hold on. Wait a second.
Wait. No.
What happened this morning? I want to hear.
So last night after the show.
This podcast is all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
want
know.
to continue my talk about Suicide Squad and give you my full review in a second. But
I mean, at least we're talking. Like this is a good pace. Like it's probably maybe a little too high energy, a little too
Let's kind of bring
fanatic. Let's
bring
tone
it
it down
down.
a little bit. Okay.
Bring it down. Just whisper into your mic.
So last night
I'm gonna hate editing.
after the Somewhere Tonight comedy show, I came back here. And I put this, the Pro Tour on. It was day 2, and I had a couple drinks. I wasn't too out of it or anything. I was just, chilling, sipping some whiskey, watching the Pro Tour, and I passed out on the couch here. I just the stream like went off, and I was just reading a little bit, and I fell asleep, and. What woke me up a few hours later was D-Walk and Fernanda going to the beach.
Fernanda.
Yeah,
Fer-
I can't do that.
Fernanda.
Fernanda.
I can't,
Fernanda.
Fernanda.
I can't do that.
I didn't even know what she said. I'm just mumbling the first consonant.
But they woke me up, and I felt like a huge bum because they were actually like going to do things, and I was like, only been sleeping for a couple hours, and like it was just like so jarring waking up that way. And she was like, oh, I'm Fernanda. It's nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, I'm Andy. Sorry, I look like a huge piece of shit right now for sleeping on my own couch. I don't know why that made me like feel so weird. I guess that's not like super unusual.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's bad form. Maybe not. I don't know.
No, well, these couches are pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I know.
Better than mine. I got 4 couches in my apartment, and none of them are a matching pair.
Why do you have 4 couches?
Well, okay, we had one from our old apartment, and then we brought it with us when we moved, and then another friend was like, hey, my girlfriend's getting rid of her couch. Do you want it? So I was like, yeah, I'll put it in my room. And then our other friend, Byron, was like, hey, do y'all want this couch I have? Because I'm going to get rid of it. I was like, sure, we'll put it in the living room. We got a long-ass living room, so we could fit 2 couches there. And then another friend recently was like, hey, we're getting new couches for this place. You want one of these old ones? And they're super comfortable. They flake a lot, so I put a cover over it. So I was like, yeah. So I put that one in my room, and then we put the other couch that was in my room into the living room. So we got 4 couches.
Do you make awesome forts?
We made a fort the other day. It was pretty cool. I want to do it again.
No, we made a fort once. We made a fort the other day. That's awesome.
It was like a few weeks ago. It was pretty dope.
I believe you 100%.
Shit. So wait,
Really
Suicide
hot.
Squad?
Okay, so Suicide Squad. 6 out of 10 pacing issues. A good thing I like that they didn't do is put a lot of the Joker in it. Like, he had a small subplot with Harley, and I was like, all right. And they kept it to a minimal, which is dope, because I didn't want them to focus a whole lot on the Joker and make it all about him.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's cool. But Jared Leto's Joker was a lot better than I expected.
Really?
The flashback sequences were pretty dope. Like, for the style of like the crime lord Joker that they're going for, he did a really good job.
See, I figured like he would do a great job because he's a fantastic actor. But
yeah, Academy Award winning.
Yeah. But I really didn't like the costume choices. There's some stuff like the forehead tattoo.
Yeah. Okay. So
the teeth and stuff
the
like
forehead tattoo is the one thing I didn't like. The teeth I didn't. It turns out they look more like a grill, but I thought they were fake teeth because Batman just punched the shit out of him throughout the years.
Right.
So I imagined, he just had fake teeth in face. That, or he didn't care enough to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
Like whenever his mom would tell him to brush twice a night,
I'm
he
sure
only
it's not
brushed
that
once.
because
candy.
What?
I'm sorry.
I'm sure it's not that because if you can't handle teeth, how can you handle being a crime lord? You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
Like if you can't handle like having teeth in your face, then you
Yeah.
can't really manage much
Like-
else.
Yeah, but I agree. Like the tattoos, I didn't mind. It was just the forehead tattoo that I didn't like.
Yeah. What was it, like monster or whatever?
Damaged.
Damaged. Yeah, even worse. That's like something some stupid like white girl would get. Like, oh, my boyfriend broke up
Damaged.
with me.
Damaged.
But she would like get it like above her right boob. Or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. So what's new with you, Mark? So besides the raccoon.
The super great trailer. Or not even the
Right.
trailer, but just the one part with Christopher Walken for the movie Skylark, which is part 2 in the Sarah Plain and Tall trilogy. Oh, you probably went volume on that.
Where's that at?
You want it soon. No, you're gonna fuck it up.
What kind of phone do you have?
It's a Nexus.
Oh.
That's all I wanted to show you.
There's
There's nothing here.
There's no water.
Sarah, you're my wife.
There's
I'm
nothing here.
Christopher Walken.
I think Christopher Walken's one of the most.
Use your words.
One of the most
Christopher Walken.
used impression.
Oh,
must be
yeah,
what-
I would 100 I would definitely agree with that. Let's see what else is up there. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anybody that does an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression is a hack.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's
Well, they all do like the
Definitely
Will
hacks
Sasso impersonation.
Except for
Will
Bill
Sasso.
Burr's impression, because Bill Burr was making a good point on his special about it.
yeah. Another great man ruined.
but generally, anybody that does a Arnold Schwarzenegger impression is pretty hacky.
I can't remember his bit, but it was something like,
Yeah,
like,
well,
he's Mr.
he's-
Universe. What do you expect him to do?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He's talking about double standards and whatever else,
Yeah.
and how women ruin men's lives, and the usual.
Another great man ruined.
He's talking about gold digging whores.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
That's the underlying factor.
Yeah, I have such a problem with those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, gold
I feel
digging
you.
whore.
You know what? We didn't talk about like my experience with the opposite sex last weekend.
Oh, what happened?
Maybe I don't know.
You didn't really want to last
Well, I
weekend.
didn't want to. Now I do.
I think you're a little too close to it.
A little too close to it. No, that's fine.
Speak it-
So
speak
last
lightly of it.
weekend we had a
Oh, the show.
we had a local comedians showcase at Recess Bar and Grill.
I think you mean open mic.
Oh God, let's not get on that. But I'm a little disappointed about how like the tail end of the show turned out. But it's immaterial now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's whatever.
And there was this girl that showed up that she showed up to an open mic before, and
Let's call her Howard.
Howard. Her name's Howard.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck showed up to an open mic, and we got along really well. We talked a bit, and she was roommates with this girl that one of the other comedians is trying to hook up with. And Jeffrey. So Howard and Jeffrey are roommates. And so Howard and Jeffrey show up to the show on Saturday. And, after I did my set, and thankfully she showed up after my set because I don't think it went as well as it could have.
No, you did good.
Well, I mean, it was fine, but it was just like I kind of felt like like a little scattered on stage.
So did I.
I don't know. Well, I know why, but so after the show, after my set, I was talking to Howard, and Howard and I were getting along really well again. And then after the show was over, Howard says, "Well, Jeffrey and I are going to this bar. You should come with us." And I said, "Okay, sounds good." And so I go to this other bar with Howard and Jeffrey, and then we're getting along really well still. And Howard says, "You should come back to my place and we should hang out."
Damn,
And
son.
I'm like, okay. And before that, I found out that Howard was actually 29, which is significantly older than me.
Hell yeah.
And Howard made it seem like that this was an issue. But I thought, okay, it's fine. It's just an obstacle, not a big deal. And then I get to Howard's place, and Jeffrey's there. And Howard and I start watching Spaceballs, which great movie, by the way. Great movie. Fantastic stuff. And I start making out with Howard.
They have Howard the Duck.
I appreciate
Howard
your commitment
Yeah.
into imagery.
Yeah, just the tongue poking out of the bill and all that stuff. That's what I'm really into. And then Jeffrey comes home, and Jeffrey didn't bring anyone home, and so Jeffrey just starts making a fuss and talking to us and being really distracting and just being a huge bitch. and
Damn you, Jeffrey.
and then Jeffrey's ex-boyfriend shows up with Jeffrey and Howard's ex-roommate. And then there was all this crazy drama, and then some people started doing a lot of hardcore drugs in front of me, and not Howard, because Howard's a nice duck. But Howard's roommates were doing some really gnarly stuff, and I wasn't very comfortable with it.
Howard
And then
only
it-
eats seaweed.
What? Oh, I know Howard, very into seaweed, but that's fine. That's not a big deal, and it's not like, Howard was flaunting seaweed in front of me or anything.
Sure.
Wait,
So
hold on.
I really appreciated that.
Is seaweed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, George, thank you.
Keeping this
You got what
PG.
we're putting down.
Keeping this PG
Yeah.
today.
Well, I didn't say it. I just did hand motion so we all knew.
Yeah, we need a camera here.
It's not like seaweed is like black tar coke, heroin, or anything.
And then next thing I know, it's 5 a.m, and I'm like, I really don't care about closing anymore. I'm just gonna go home. I don't feel comfortable, and I don't like this. And so I went home, and that was the most. I don't know. That was the first experience I've had with the opposite sex in a long time. So technically, it was the best I've had in a few months. But overall, very, very bad experience.
Are you and Howard gonna hang out again?
Well, we were supposed to, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen. And I'm okay with that because, Howard's a duck. And Howard made it seem like it was an issue that I also wasn't a duck.
She's a very old duck in here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
a young little duckling.
You're a young little duckling compared to she's almost a goose.
So
wait, did ducklings even turn into geese?
Wait, what?
No, ducklings turn into ducks.
Or is it a stupid ass ugly ducking? Ugly ducklings.
No,
swans.
You're thinking of goslings. Goslings turn into geese.
Okay, so what the hell is up with the ugly duckling story?
It's just wrong.
Okay, well,
like so many other children's stories.
Nobody's ever corrected me till now, so I'm full-fledged believe that somehow some ducklings turned into swans, and some ducklings turned into
It's not
ducks.
like a Pokemon situation where if you introduce it to this certain environment, it'll evolve into a different animal. It's just God bless. Yeah, so Howard and I probably won't hang out again, and I'm okay with that because I really don't want to get wrapped up in that crowd. And Howard's old, so whatever. Howard's not the type of duck I would take home to mom.
Sometimes you meet 29-year-olds and it's like there's a big, almost like physiological difference where their bone structure's
yeah,
I'm 29.
Yeah. But there wasn't there wasn't something like that. It was just
she could pass for 20.
Yeah, I thought she was my age when I met her, but she made it seem like it was kind of an issue that I was so much younger, and the fact that she lives with some fucking psychopaths. I'm okay if I never see her again.
I feel that way about most people. I could take this or leave it.
Yeah. What else? Yeah, I don't know. So there's that. Maybe I'll find a duck that I can take home to mom eventually.
Nice
little duckling.
I just need to really stock up on bread or something.
Bread's unhealthy for them, bro. You want to get some grain, some dried fruit, some seeds.
Okay.
So
you're the duck expert here.
Where do ducks get bread in the
Where
wild?
did this metaphor come from?
Where do they go to the bakery? Is there a duck bakery? They only get bread if you give it to them, and then they're stupid. So they're like,
that's true.
Sure, I'll eat this. They don't want bread. Psh.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe someone can analyze this whole metaphor. Tell us what the bread.
I think we did a really good job of
comes from.
establishing a complex metaphor.
You really committed to the Howard and Jeffrey thing. It's
really
happy with
clicked.
that.
Next time I see Howard or Jeffrey, I'll probably call them Howard or Jeffrey.
Hey Howard, hey Jeffrey.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? Yeah, I don't know, but Jeffrey's insane. Just skinny crackhead or cokehead, duck. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that happened to me. Not a big deal, I guess.
You need a mail order bride, maybe like Sarah, who is plain and tall.
Sarah plain and tall. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to put myself in a Milk Money situation. You guys remember that? You guys remember that movie?
Wait, which movie?
Sorry, the Pro Tour stream crashed, and I'm losing my mind here. I'm really just screaming inside. And obviously the Twitch chat is going insane, because everyone's really mad. This stream is gone in the middle of the top 8. But no, yeah, you guys remember that movie Milk Money, where the kids save their milk money to buy a prostitute to keep their divorced dad company because he's super lonely.
I've never seen that movie, but it sounds really interesting.
It's such a stupid movie, and
How long ago did it come out? Like 80s?
Yeah, it was like an 80s movie,
80s.
and so because these kids get together in their treehouse and they're like, "Dad's really bummed. Like, what are we gonna do for him?" And they're like, "Oh, we just need to find him a girlfriend." And then they like ride their bikes into the city and find a prostitute, and they're like, "Would you go out with our dad?" And she's like, "Well, honey, I'll go out with anybody," because she's a fucking prostitute. And then they're like, "Well, we only have this much money. Our dad's super lonely." And then the prostitute's like, "Oh, this is adorable. And my pimp is a dick, I guess. So I'm just gonna take these kids' milk money and then live in their treehouse and date their dad."
See,
and then like their dad, like the dad falls in love with the mom. The prostitute. And then it gets to the point where the dad finds out that she's actually a prostitute and is like, "Is this love real?" And she's like, "Yes, 100%. Yes, I love you so much. Not just because your kids paid me to date you." And then he's like, "Well, I love you no matter what because this is the real thing." And then he like helps her like escape her pimp. And there's all this weird stuff going on.
In your
That's how I remember the movie. Am I
How many
wrong,
times
Mark?
have you seen this movie?
the way I'm
Just once.
picturing the way I'm picturing
Just
this
once when I was
movie
2.
is like these kids like, "Oh, let's go get my dad a prostitute," because like the dad's divorcing, and they go to this prostitute, and then she's like, "No, thank you," and then she like takes the money and leaves, and they're all sad. They're like, "Well, I guess my dad's gonna be alone forever." She's like, "Ugh. All right, I guess I'll go with y'all." And they're like, makeover, and it's like an 80s makeover montage scene where they put her in decent clothes and brush her teeth and stuff like that and present her like in a romantic date, and then the dad ends up falling in love with her, and then the kid's like, "I got a new mom."
I think that's like not too far off.
I bought me a mommy.
Yeah, I bought myself a mom. Jesus. Yeah, Dad, if you're listening, I'd do that for you, for sure. I would,
I love my dad,
but I'd make sure it was a nice prostitute.
I don't think
Mom, if you're listening, I'm not gonna get Dad a prostitute.
I'd have to get a good deal on it. I have to get like it'd have to be for a good price. Otherwise, I feel a bit ripped off.
Okay.
I want to feel like I won too.
I want to pay for something like that not everybody could get, so I probably get like a redhead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a very rare item. That sounds fucked up to say. They're people, not objects.
It's pretty rare. If you can find one, snag it.
Yeah, because I guess that's what it's a recessive gene, right?
Yeah, bro. There's alleles.
Yeah, it's a like a submissive, not submissive, recessive allele.
You want to?
It's an allele.
Paper. Can we make some Punnett squares right now? Everyone make some Punnett squares. Punnett, whatever you.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Like as much as I would love to date like redhead, my Mexican genes would dominate, and so like,
Right, it would just
like, and so whenever I have kids, I just have like lighter skinned Mexican kids.
it'd be like throwing like black paint. And no, it's a fucked up analogy. I'm not gonna make it.
Whoa.
No, what I'm saying is like once you like
Abode
no. Once you throw it in there, like it can't come out and it like overtakes everything else in it.
Yeah,
and I don't want to make like the black paint, white paint like analogy because that's fucked up.
Wow.
I would say like
I didn't mean it like that, Mark.
I would say it's like the Venom symbiote from Spider-Man, and it just like takes over, and then you got to use sound to knock it off. I don't know.
I'm a big fan of the Carnage symbiote.
Yeah.
It's the most powerful one. It beat like Venom and Rampage and all the other symbiotes like at the same time.
Is this a couch right here?
It's a futon, actually.
A futon. Do y'all use it?
You got a lot of couches too.
No, just because we have these. I mean, it's there for like what we want to do is we want to raise it up so it's like elevated seating for movies and shit, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Because I'll get rid of my flaky couch and take this on my hands if you don't want it.
I mean, hey man. Well, actually, no. I probably should hang on to that.
Why don't you?
This is actually mine. These aren't.
Why don't you take that couch?
So
and
if
get
I live
your
by myself
number
again,
couches
then
up to
that's
lucky
like
number
all the
7.
furniture I'm gonna have. What?
What?
Huh? I need to get rid of that chair though. That chair's been around for a long time.
Yeah, this chair's a piece of
And
shit.
literally every girl I made out with in high school, I made out with in that chair.
Nice.
So
You brought this chair with you from,
no, my parents gave it to me.
and you brought it with you from all the way from where high school was?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so, okay,
Fucking chair?
North Carolina, then to Florida where my parents lived.
They have chairs here.
Yeah, I know. I graduated college. I moved to.
It's not like you come and be like, oh shit, you don't have chairs here.
I moved into an apartment in Maryland, and then I got the chair. I brought that and then like a bunch of stuff up from my parents' place, and I moved it down to Florida and then to here. So the chair's been all over the world, and it's seen a lot of high school poon, I guess.
More than I ever have.
Damn it! God, I'm the worst.
Hey,
okay.
there's still time, George. There's still time.
It's all right. I'm
to
in
get
no
that high
rush.
school poon.
Yeah.
No.
Well, no.
The numbers game doesn't have to end here.
Yeah, I won't bring it up on the podcast, but
No.
yeah. So, what else is new? Is that
Yeah, what is it?
is that Chief Keef? What else to do? My roommate's getting laid right now, so
Oh, good for him.
yeah, good for him. Go D-Walk.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, great guy.
Hmm.
No, that's Fetty Wap,
Actually,
1738.
I haven't had vodka probably since
Oh, he's playing the music in there?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I haven't had vodka probably since I graduated college.
Oh yeah, because that was so long ago, right, Mark?
I mean, yeah, so long ago.
Yeah.
I used to carry around some with me on campus though.
Really?
Because classes.
Oh, you were that kid in college.
Classes were just really boring. You just mix in there with your water and.
Tensile strength. Oh God, I need a drink. Oh.
I mean, just sit there like the dude's just talking, like reading from the book, essentially. Like, what the fuck am I coming here for?
I'm sorry, I watched the video. This girl is at a beach, and she is getting guys to go put like lotion on her, like sunscreen lotion. And
And then she turns over
Yeah,
and she has a
and-
boner.
yeah.
Sorry, I fucking ruined it. God.
I'm
balls.
sorry, what?
That's the funniest goddamn thing.
Wait, no. Explain it to Mark again. He doesn't. He's
Uh,
not.
the-
I don't want to see it. Explain it to me.
This girl,
Yeah, I mean our audience can't see it, so
With your words.
okay, so this girl, a very cute blonde girl, is getting guys to rub like sunblock on her, right? And they're like, yeah, okay, and they're all, of course, who's gonna deny that? And then when she turns over, she has like a fake pair of balls or something in her shorts. So they think, obviously, like, oh, this is a dude, and they all just like leave, and it's just the funniest thing.
like, oh, can't deal with that. I don't know.
Do they run away immediately? Like, do you, like
Some of them do,
see, like,
yeah.
or
One black guy's just laughing and walking off.
I'd be a little perplexed at first. I'd have to gather myself for a minute and be like, do the math.
I'd have to
What just-
reevaluate my sexuality.
just
as a
happened?
whole, probably.
Because it'd probably freak you out, like, oh, I thought this was a girl, but she has testicles. But at the same time, like, oh, I just rubbed sunblock on a dude, I guess. That was a pretty dude.
It's a female, technically, if that's what they want to be, Mark Joseph.
Yeah, gender is a mental construct.
Well, no, how do you know it's a female?
That's true. There you
Yeah,
go. I'm a piece
that's
of crap for
totally-
assuming
yeah,
the
wow.
gender.
Yeah, just giant tits.
Flipped
long
it on
blonde
you.
hair. Yeah, just could identify as a male. That's fine. I've seen weird pictures of. I should probably not have paused there. I've seen weird pictures of old men in like Walmart and stuff, and they're just like 70-year-old men with fucking boob jobs, and like
I remember when, like, that first kind of, like, I don't know if it was a thing, but, like, they're doing, like, exposés on it and, like, the news.
yeah,
like,
I mean it's
these
just
really
like old
impressive
dudes who
ones.
like waking up and they're like, oh well, instead of waking up and looking at a naked old dude, I just want to look at like a nice pair of tits, so I got some on myself.
But they're, like, your tits. They're, like,
Yeah, they're
like,
your.
like, yeah, no, because, like, I heard, like, every dude's trying to suck their own dick. But, like, dudes that can actually do that, they're not like, oh, it doesn't feel like you're getting your dick sucked. It feels like you're sucking a dick.
That's a very important distinction somehow.
That's weird and gross.
So, I
I
don't know.
don't know where to draw the conversation from here.
It's fine.
But your roommate has a pretty good getting laid playlist.
Yeah.
Can I get that Spotify from him?
Speaking of good playlists, I've been listening to that song "Purple Lamborghini" by Rick Ross.
I haven't heard it.
That came out for it's on the Suicide Squad soundtrack, and
Okay.
it's like has like the Joker in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty dope song. It goes pretty hard. It's Rick Ross and Skrillex, and it's pretty dope.
Are you a big like rap guy though?
Not at all.
Yeah, you didn't seem like it. I know we've talked about music before, and you're mostly like a pop punk, like sometimes metal guy.
Yeah. A lot of metal and a lot of punk and pop punk. So.
Right. Did you check out that band that I told you about?
Which one?
No, I probably need to send it to you. But yeah, let's talk about music. Let's see. Yeah, so pop punk. I have some friends in a pop punk band called Heavyweights.
Oh.
Very good. Band I've been listening to recently is called Nightmare of You. I don't know if you've.
Nuh-uh. My friend just recently sent me a band called the Elvis the Presleys.
The Elvis Presley's.
They're like an indie.
That sounds right up your alley.
They're like an indie rock band, kind of mellow. Well, the song that she sent me, and they're pretty good.
Sweet.
Kind of a fan now.
Elvis the Presley's.
And another band she sent me was called Team Suicide. But I think I was just reading my journal from when I was in high school. Just kidding. No, it's actually a band.
Oh, right.
I haven't listened to them yet, but I might go with this girl to go see these bands next Friday.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, you
Maybe.
better study up then.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to start a band? Can we start a band, the three of us?
I've always wanted to, but
Yeah, the bartender tonight thought we were in a band.
really?
Oh yeah. So
Do you play anything, Mark?
I played the viola for like 7 years, and
I would like to hear you play it one day.
I'm not great. I mean, there's like 5-year-old Japanese kids or no Chinese. The Chinese and their
I'm sure there's
instrumentation.
Japanese kids
Yeah.
better than you too.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
But like you watch them on like YouTube, like fucking. They used to give us like these pieces to play in high school. Like here, learn this piece. Go on YouTube and listen to someone play it. Like they'd all be like little 5-year-old kids.
Have you heard like the 5-year-old Japanese kid who does the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack on guitar, and that's like a 4 guitar like piece.
No.
So he plays a piece for 4 guitars by himself, and it's insane. He's just like little Japanese kid, and he's like do 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 or whatever.
No, that's insane though.
Oh my god, it's gross.
Do you play anything?
I play myself frequently, and that's not a masturbation joke. I just really like make a lot of mistakes. Is what I'm trying to say.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah. No, I started to play the violin when I was 3 years old, but kind of funny story. I only did 2 lessons, and every time I would go in with
Then your violin teacher like touched you and said you didn't want to play violin anymore.
no, well, yes, but not like sexually.
Wow.
It was like a female violin teacher, and she would like try and like position my body like for posture. But like I was super ticklish when I was like 3 and 4, and so like literally like every time she like touched me to try and like reposition my body, I'd start giggling and I'd drop the violin. And then like dropping the violin is a bad thing to do apparently. And you know she'd start yelling at me, and I was like 3 years old, and I was like I don't know what's going on. And then like the second lesson, my mom was sitting right outside the door, and then like heard this woman just yelling at me.
So your mom got super mama bear?
And like my mom came in and was like, "Fuck this! He doesn't need to learn how to play the goddamn violin. This is bullshit. We're taking him home. He's gonna get a Game Boy and play outside." And I was like, "Okay, thanks, Mom."
So, I'm a self-taught musician.
Oh really? What do
yeah.
you play? I didn't know you played anything.
I started off playing bass, and then I played.
You look like a bass guy.
Yeah, bass was my first instrument, and then I started learning how to play guitar. And then 1 year for Christmas, I asked for a ukulele, and I got it. I went and picked it out, and I played it on the car ride home, and I learned it. I was like, oh, that was easy. I mean, not like too easy. Like there's a bunch of different chords and stuff like that I can't do. But if you want to do like basic stuff like indie and stuff, you're like, oh yeah, I could do this. And then, so I've been playing about 5-6 years now.
You
Wow,
got
that's
some,
awesome.
You got some clef tattoos on your.
Yeah, I don't know how to read music, so I'm just an asshole.
Oh my god.
I'll admit it. I tried learning, but I'm just like, fuck this. I'm using tabs.
You can do the chick thing. At least
It's-
you don't
it's
have the chick tattoo.
yeah, where it.
right behind your ear.
Yeah, no. Well,
Well,
the
guitar and treble clef.
it was more for the symbolism
Okay.
of it, and then I'm just like, I'm a cunt, and I shouldn't have gotten these. Whose guitars are those? Guitar
Yeah,
pieces?
tattoo regret. No, I was actually just about to talk about that. When my uncle passed away, he gave me his banjo because
Oh.
I expressed like some interest in playing the banjo, and I've tried learning myself. I haven't taken any lessons or anything. Like I know some roll patterns, and I'll break it out every now and then and just pick at it a little bit. But I don't I can't confidently say that I know how to play. Like
Yeah.
I can do a little bit, and I enjoy it whenever I do it, but it's not like a priority hobby for me, and that kind of feels bad because
Yeah.
I wish that I dedicated more time to it, but it's just like it's just like I spent so much of my life so far not playing instruments that I'm not very good at picking it up, and it's not something I'm super adamant about picking up.
The thing that I've had trouble with is playing with the tempo
Yeah.
and counting and stuff like that. Like I could play to my own beat and whatever else, but playing with other people is a little bit more difficult, and that's something I still need to work on.
Yeah.
But the first 2 years of me playing bass and guitar, I thought I was gonna do music for a living. That's what my goal was to be in a band or music producing and stuff like that. So he gave you a banjo and a guitar?
Well, the guitar's my roommate's from
okay.
college. He actually, so my roommate in college, he after we graduated, we God damn it, he's having so much more fun than we are.
I know.
It's
There's
bullshit.
3 dudes comedians hanging out.
Yeah,
and he
just
has
3
a
dudes
hot
hanging
girlfriend.
out. Yeah, there's a hot girl in the next room. Bullshit. No, so my roommate, he's from Montana, so Mark talked a lot of shit about Montana on the
Montana
last podcast.
sucks, dude.
No,
Fuck
it
that
doesn't.
place.
It's a great state, and but
What's
my
the-
roommate from Montana, after we graduated, we moved into separate apartments because we were going to different places.
Yeah.
But he came over to hang out at my place, and he brought his guitar, and he played some guitar while we were all hanging out, a bunch of friends, and he got pretty drunk, and I had to drive him home, and he left his guitar there, and he has a bunch of guitars. He collects them, and so then he moved without realizing that he left a guitar at my apartment. So I've just had it since then. And
Cool. Can I check it out in a bit or whenever I can?
I mean, yeah, it's probably terribly out of tune, but you can play it if you want.
I could probably tune it in a bit.
Yeah, and if you break strings, obviously, put those back on. Not a big deal.
Yeah, well, those if I break any strings, then I'll go buy new ones. 'Cause I can't just, put-
No, that's his. That might be his first acoustic guitar. It's a Seagull or something.
Oh.
I don't know if there's any guitar aficionados listening. Oh, also Dan, if you're listening, yeah, I'm gonna let people use your guitar. Sorry.
Dan,
But an experienced musician,
I'm gonna have sex with your guitar.
My
He's a very good guitar player. I love listening to him play it.
my best friend Dustin, he had a banjo.
Oh, that's your hot roommate that all the girls like, right?
No. That's well, my best friend from my hometown is Dustin.
Oh, your roommate's also Dustin?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got
Two
a lot of
two different
Dustins in
Dustins.
your life.
Yeah.
Too many, some might say.
But he got a banjo one year, and he got pretty decent at it. And it was a Fender, and he named it Sexo Fender. And I still haven't met anybody who's named the instrument better than he
I
did.
like that. I haven't named mine, probably because I'm not very intimate with them.
You probably got some people listening what's so funny about sex offenders? You bastards.
Sex offender, that's not funny.
Yes, it is. It's very funny.
Yeah, someone's gonna rant into the podcast and be like, I was touched as a child. But
We said sex offender, not sex molester. I'm just kidding. There's a difference.
Yeah,
One of them is touching children. The other one's just jerking off outside a window.
The terrible truth is, though, no one's gonna write into this
Yeah.
podcast. It's just no one's ever gonna do it.
We got one solid like on Facebook. So
Yeah, from Javi Luna. Thanks, Javi.
Oh, y'all got a lot. Y'all got a page?
I haven't
Yeah.
even liked it yet.
I'm gonna go look it
Oh
up. right
yeah,
now.
I haven't liked it myself either. We should start promoting this more.
Should we?
Yeah, because I think this last episode was good.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I haven't listened to this recording yet, but it seems fine. George has definitely helped spice things up a
We're
little
recording.
bit.
as
It's
we
hot
go,
and
so-
nasty. We made a podcasting.
Oh, we haven't said that yet. Dang it.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
That's my big. That's our trademark. That's
That's
Is-
the tagline.
that's a catchphrase.
Is that what y'all say at the end of the podcast?
No,
or the
that's
beginning?
what
beginning.
Mark usually says at the beginning. But he was fucking around at
I
the
usually
beginning of this
say,
one.
yeah. Well, I don't say we made a podcast. I say we're doing the podcasty.
Yeah, it's hot and nasty. We're doing a podcasty.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's really stupid.
I'm also usually a lot more racist than this, so.
Well, I'm really glad you kind of controlled yourself tonight.
I've been
I-
a little quiet.
I try not to cuss on these things, but I end up cussing. Well, just because
same. I know it's way
It's for the
hard.
children. It's for the children.
Well, just because I want people to listen to my opinion, so I'm like, oh yeah, I was on this podcast, and then like all my friends are like, what the f are you talking about on this thing? Like I just talked about molesting a kid, not me molesting a kid,
Right.
but about what molesting is versus being a sex offender. Although being a sex offender, you could be a molester, but it's not like you're mutually exclusive. All sex offenders are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, they're under the same umbrella,
Molesting.
and like it doesn't matter the circumstance. You're still just like
We're
you know.
just.
It's like
just
that
busting
movie
antics.
Horrible Bosses. He was next to a playground and he pissed on it at night, and then he got caught, and
Yeah.
then somehow he's a sex offender.
Well, okay, so my best friend growing up,
Is he?